Well, so good evening, everybody. Manjunath, we can start the class. I'm sharing my screen. One second. Okay. So hopefully you can see my screen now. I'm resharing my screen, a particular tab. Okay, if you can hear me properly and if my screen is visible to you now, just click on yes option. I'm launching poll for the technical checkup. If you can hear me properly and if my screen is visible to you, click on yes option. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Okay, if you can hear me properly and if my screen is visible to you, click on yes option. Yes, do click on yes option if you can hear me properly and if my screen is visible to you. Okay, if you can hear me properly and if my screen is visible to you, click on yes option. Manjunath, are you there in the class? Yes, are you there in the class? Manjunath, if you can hear me properly and if my screen is visible to you, click on yes option. I'm ending the poll now. I'll start the class. Okay. Okay, right. In the previous class, about things, right? Few of the things are like the viral disease and the एलिमेंटिक डिजीजेस के बारे में हम लोगों ने बात किया था प्रीवियस क्लास में. बिफोर वी शुड स्टार्ट द अदर टॉपिक्स लाइक इम्यूनिटी, टाइप्स ऑफ इम्यूनिटी एंड अदर थिंग्स, लेट अस डिस्कस अबाउट फ्यू मोर फंगल डिजीज. कुछ फंगल डिजीज के बारे में आज हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे. एंड before that only, here is a question for you people. Which one is not a viral disease? Okay, check out among which of the following is not a viral disease. Option A jaundice, option B dengue, option C measles, option D leprosy. I'm launching poll for the question and I hope you can answer to the question. I hope you will be answering to the question. Okay, I have launched poll for the question now and try to answer to the question, guys. Read the question properly. Which of the following is not a viral disease? Okay, Manjunath, try to respond in the poll also. Poll is visible on your screen now. Well, not exactly, Manjunath. Just rethink about this one. Not exactly. 30 seconds gone, last 30 seconds remaining. People from YouTube, what is your opinion? What do you think about this one? People from YouTube. Hello, Akshita. Well, last 10 seconds remaining. Hello, Akshita, you are late. I'm ending the poll now. Sharing the result. Akshita, would you like to answer to the question? Which of the following is not a viral disease? If you cannot opt in the poll, then you can also answer me in the chat box. No issue. I'm ending the poll now. I need to share the result because everyone have chosen option B. Okay. Now, let me this particular क्या है ये चीजें बताना. When you are talking about which is not a viral disease, viral disease को study करने के लिए in the previous class मैंने बताया था viral disease. Among all these, jaundice is a viral disease, measles is a viral disease, and dengue is also a viral disease. Remember this one. Dengue is a viral disease. It is a viral disease. Don't get confused. ये viral disease है, इसमें confuse नहीं होना है. Okay. Only one, that is the leprosy. Leprosy is not a viral disease. It is a bacterial disease. Okay. So this will be the answer. it will be the answer. This is not the viral disease. You can see that one in the next slide also. You can check the name of viral disease. Measles is there, okay. Dengue is there, right? Measles, dengue is there. Jaundice is not given here. यहाँ पे jaundice होना चाहिए था. Okay, so leprosy is not a viral disease. Okay, now I'm moving to the next slide. ये सारा चीज मैंने बताया था previous class में. I don't have to waste time here. यहाँ पे हम लोग टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करेंगे, डायरेक्टली चलेंगे हम लोग यहाँ से शुरू करेंगे. आस्कारिस लुम्ब्रिकोइड्स का थोड़ा सा पढ़ाया हुआ था, तो आस्कारिस लुम्ब्रिकोइड्स से शुरू करते हैं. लेट मी नो solve this particular question now. Ascaris lumbricoid has option A digenetic life cycle, option B fecal-oral transmission route, option C monogenetic life cycle, and option D both B and C. I'm launching poll for the question. Now try to answer to the question. Ascaris lumbricoids का बता दो, फिर हम लोग डायरेक्ट पहुंचेंगे अपना टॉपिक में. Exactly. Most of the time, when remember this one, when you don't know how to answer a question, like when you don't know the real answer to a particular question, in that case, what we can do? In general, in all question, both A and B, both B and C, this kind of options are not given, or all of the above options are not given. In most of the question, very good, Manjunath. Exactly. In most of the question where this particular option is given, like all of the above, none of the above, both B and C, these kind of things are given. In most of the question, that is the correct answer, right? In the same way, here both B and C is given, and both B and C will be the correct answer to the question. The correct answer to the question that it follow. One second. It follow. It don't have digenetic life cycle. Okay, it is having a monogenetic life cycle. इसका एक monogenetic life cycle होता है. And monogenetic and digenetic means क्या? Life cycle होता है. What do you mean by monogenetic and what do you mean by digenetic? Digenetic means two host, and monogenetic means mono means one. So one host वाला life cycle. One host वाला life cycle होता है. Ascaris का एक ही host होता है, and that particular host is human. Okay, so ये पहला ऑप्शन तो रॉन्ग है. फीको ओरल ट्रांसमिशन, एग्जैक्टली फीको ओरल ट्रांसमिशन को फॉलो करता है. Yeah, they have monogenetic life cycle. It means this is also perfect, right? So option B and C दोनों सही है, दोनों स्टेटमेंट सही है, but correct answer to the question will be option D. That is both B and C are correct. Okay, I hope this is clear to everybody. Manjunatha, Akshita. I'm moving to the next slide now. Well, now we'll be talking about the fungal disease. Fungi, they are generally, fungi जो होता है वो generally कहाँ पे grow करता है? Fungi generally grow in the I can say moist places. Fungi कहाँ पे grow करेगा? Moist places में, जहाँ पे sunlight का availability अच्छे से नहीं होगा, where sunlight availability is not proper, जहाँ पे सनलाइट अवेलेबिलिटी प्रॉपर नहीं होगा. ओके, एंड वेयर sunlight will not be reaching that place is called as your damp places. In this kind of places, generally fungi will grow. Some of the fungi are useful for us, and some of the fungi are dangerous for us. So fungi, some of the fungi are pathogenic also. I mean, like they can cause disease. Pathogen in the sense, these are the disease causing organism. Disease causing organism को pathogens कहा जाता है. Disease causing organisms को pathogens कहा जाता है. So some of the fungi are also pathogenic. Okay, we'll be talking about some of the fungal disease. First one is your ringworm. Okay, first one is your ringworm. Ringworm के बारे में बात करेंगे. तो ये जो ringworm होता है, ये जो ringworm होता है, you can see in this picture, right? Ringworms like Microsporum, Ringworm is a disease. It is a disease in which what happens, the particular affected area, you will feel like itchy. You will feel irritation, and you'll start itching over that particular portion. खुजली होगा उस पोर्शन पे जहां पे ये हो जाता है. दाद बोलते हैं इसको हिंदी में, राइट. और ये सर्कुलर होता है. इट इज लाइक सर्कुलर होने के साथ साथ दिस पर्टिकुलर रीजन जहां पे भी ये होगा, that particular region, suppose I am making it, you can see here, right? So suppose this particular area, oh no, नहीं हो रहा है ना. हाँ, ये particular area में अगर हो गया, can you see that one? अगर ये हो गया, मैंने सर्किल बना दिया, ये एरिया में अगर हो गया, देखो, तो इन दिस पर्टिकुलर लोकेशन व्हाट विल हैपन, यहाँ पे द स्किन विल बी स्केली, ड्राई एंड स्केली. ये पर्टिकुलर स्किन जो हो जाएगा यहाँ पे, जहां पे भी होगा सर्कुलर होगा, और उसी लोकेशन पे जो स्किन हो जाएगा स्केली हो जाएगा एंड ड्राई हो जाएगा. स्केली एंड ड्राई. इज दैट क्लियर टू एवरीबॉडी? स्केली एंड ड्राई हो जाएगा, ठीक है. बेल्ट पैचेस इन द बियर्ड, इन द सेंस बियर्ड में जहां कहीं भी हो गया, सपोज इन माय बियर्ड कहीं पे भी हो गया, तो इन दैट पर्टिकुलर लोकेशन देयर विल बी नो ग्रोथ ऑफ हेयर एनीमोर. नो ग्रोथ ऑफ हेयर इन दैट रीजन. नो ग्रोथ ऑफ हेयर इन दैट रीजन एनीमोर. कहीं वहां पे नहीं होगा, ठीक है. It can spread. This is a skin disease, and skin disease can spread when you come in direct contact with the patient or by using the towels, cloths of the patient, infected person. का अगर क्लॉथ यूज करोगे, टॉवल्स यूज करोगे, या फिर उसके डायरेक्ट कांटेक्ट में आते हो, बिकॉज दिस इज ए स्किन डिजीज. रिमेंबर दिस वन, स्किन डिजीज मतलब स्किन के कांटेक्ट में कोई भी आया, कोई भी चीज आया, उसी के मदद से द डिजीज कैन इजीली ट्रांसफर. Exactly. Is that clear to everybody? Well, so anything that is coming in contact with the skin that can act as a mode of transmitting agent. Is that clear to everybody? Contagious disease, exactly. It can spread. That's why it is called as contagious disease as well. So when a disease is spreading through cloths, towels, then that kind of spreading is called as your fomite bond spreading, or that particular disease will be called as fomite bond disease. Fomite bond disease. Is that clear to everybody? If it is clear to all of you, take a screenshot of this one, and if you want to note it, then make a note of this particular slide, then click on yes option so that I'll move to the next slide. Right? Causative agents very much important: Microsporum, Trichophyton, Epidermophyton. These are the name of the fungi which can cause this ringworm or tinea disease. These are all fungi, pathogenic fungi. ये pathogenic fungi है. Well, click on yes option if you have noted everything. मंजुनाथा का हो गया है. जयश्री, अक्षिता, नंदिस. Hello, Sanjay. Sanjay, you have alone joined the class, or along with you students are also there? Let me know in the chat.
No, sir. I am checking who are joined the class from our school. Like.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. So, you mean your school is like closed now?
Yes, sir. School is closed.
Okay, Sanjay. No problem. Okay then. Well, I'll be continuing now to the next slide. Yeah. Now, without wasting time, let us talk about the immunity. Immunity के बारे में थोड़ा सा बात कर लेते हैं. Immunity क्या होता है? When you are talking about immunity, immunity is something that provide us protection. That is a special power that is generated in our body. Okay, that is a special power that is generated in our body, and this particular special power is generated by a specific system. As we have many systems in our body, digestive system is there to perform digestion, circulatory system is there for the conduction and circulation, excretory system is there for excreting the waste and detoxifying material. So various system is there. In the same way, we have a system that is called immune system. This particular immune system will provide us defense mechanism. It will provide us defense mechanism against the pathogen, against the foreign pathogen, against the pathogen or foreign pathogen. Is that clear to everybody? Right? So what is immunity now? This immune system will be providing defense mechanism, and that particular defense mechanism is called as your immunity. So immunity is nothing but it is the ability of the body to fight against the pathogen. Immunity is nothing but it is the ability of our body is to fight against the pathogen. Right? For example, suppose this is a house, right? And in this house, okay, this is a house and we have a boundary to this particular house. Okay, if some known person is entering into this boundary or into this house, then there is no issue. He or she can easily enter into the house. Green signal है उसके लिए, वो आराम से ऐसे enter कर सकता है, no issue. Okay, but consider this one. An unknown person is trying to enter into the house now. I am showing it in black color because black sign दिखाया जाएगा. Simon Commission go back like that. Okay. Anyway, some unknown person is entering. This is unknown, or I can say foreign person. Unknown person is entering into the house. At that time, there is some system in our house which will prevent this person to enter into the house, enter into the boundary. What is that particular system? Can anybody guess? What do we have in our home in general? क्या होता है अपने घर में? मेरे घर में एक सिस्टम है, मैं बताता हूँ. मेरे पास एक डॉग है, एक डॉगी है, और उस डॉगी का नाम है टोनी. Exactly, Nandis. Well, so we generally have a doggy. तो अपने पास क्या है? डॉगी है. वही डॉग अपने को प्रिवेंट करेगा. ठीक है? Exactly. Well, camera sensor is also there, laser sensor is also there, but in general, let us like consider a living body, that is your doggy. The doggy will be barking and producing different sound against that particular unknown person. If some person is entering who is known to us, then no issue. The dog also knows that person. Okay, so कोई issue नहीं, आराम से enter कर सकता है. But foreign or unknown particle को enter करने नहीं देगा. Then he or she will be starting barking शुरू कर देगा. So this dog is working as a immunity or immune system in our house now, and our house is our body. Is that clear to everybody now? This is what is ability to fight against pathogen, that is the immunity. If you understood the concept, okay, and if you have noted everything, click on yes option. This is a revision kind of thing, right? Why are we running this class as a normal class then? Have you noted everything? If you have noted, click on yes option. I'll like do it first. Have you noted Akshita, Jayasri, Manjunathan and this? Nobody is responding. Great. Chalo. I'm moving to the next slide. Well, we'll be talking about the immune response. So our immune system will be responding in three different ways. Our immune response will be responding in three different ways. Okay, there are 3 pages of immune response. First one, the immune response or immune system will be recognizing the self and non-self cell. ये क्या करेगा? पहले recognize करेगा. किसको recognize करेगा? Whether the particular particle which is trying to enter into our body, whether it is a pathogen, or if it is a pathogen, then it is foreign or what. So it will identify, first of all, it will identify self and non-self cell. पहले आइडेंटिफाई करेगा. अगर सेल्फ है तो नो इशू, उसके लिए ग्रीन सिग्नल है. नो इशू, ग्रीन सिग्नल, कुछ नहीं होगा उसके इसमें, नो इशू. ओके, इफ इट इज नॉन सेल्फ सेल, देन फिर इसके अगेंस्ट ये क्या करेगा? इट विल स्टार्ट रिएक्टिंग अगेंस्ट, रिएक्ट करेगा. नॉन सेल्फ है तो इसके अगेंस्ट ये रिएक्ट करेगा. इट विल स्टार्ट फाइटिंग विद द सेल. ओके, okay, Next will be activation. After identifying whether it is self or non-self, it will activate itself how to fight against the non-self cell. वो non-self cell के against कैसे fight कर सकता है? Okay, Nandis, for you it's like first time. Okay, no issue. We'll do that in that manner only. Well, so next phase will be the activation. After identifying to the non-self cell को identify करने के बाद, then this particular immunity will start activating, working against that particular non-self cell. अपने आप को ये एक्टिव कराएगा, प्लान बनाएगा किस तरीके से उसके अगेंस्ट में लड़ना है, राइट? एंड एट लास्ट इट विल वर्क, एंड दैट इज द वर्किंग फेज और इफेक्टर फेज. प्लान बनाने के बाद वर्क करेगा उसके अगेंस्ट, एंड दिस वर्क विल बी वेरी मच स्पेसिफिक वर्क होता है. पर्टिकुलर पैथोजन के लिए पर्टिकुलर तरीके से अपना बॉडी रिएक्ट करता है. कुछ केसेस में कुछ पावर ऐसा भी है इम्यूनिटी के अंदर, कुछ ऐसे भी चीजें हैं जो कि for every individual, whether it is a virus, whether it is a bacteria, whether it is a fungi or helminth, no problem. Any kind of pathogen, for any kind of pathogen, our body sometimes react in the same way. So it also works specifically and is also work non-specifically. बात करेंगे नॉन स्पेसिफिकली कौन करेगा और स्पेसिफिकली कौन करेगा उसके बारे में. Well, let us move to the next slide now. Take a screenshot of this one, then I'll directly go to the next slide. Quick. First, guys. Great. If you have noted or if you have taken the screenshot, then I'll go to the next slide now. Now, types of immunity के बारे में बात करेंगे. Different types of immunity are there. Mainly, the immunity is of two types. Okay. Mainly the immunity is of two types. First one is your innate immunity and second one is your acquired or specific immunity. Innate or non-specific, as I mentioned in the previous slide also, one is your specific, another one is non-specific. So immunity can be of two types. First one is innate and second one is acquired. Innate immunity is the immunity which is inborn. This is inborn immunity. So when a kid is born or when somebody is taking birth, at that time, during the birth itself, at the time of birth itself, the immunity will be present with the kid. Immunity will be present with the kid, with the newborn. न्यूबॉर्न के साथ ये प्रेजेंट होगा, राइट? व्हाट इज दैट? कैन एनीबॉडी गेस क्या हो सकता है इम्यूनिटी? कौन सा इम्यूनिटी हो सकता है? नॉट एग्जैक्टली बाय कोलोस्ट्रॉम के थ्रू जो गया वो हो गया पैदा होने के बाद गया. मैंने बोला एट द टाइम ऑफ बर्थ पहले से ही उसके पास होगा वो इम्यूनिटी. कैन एनीबॉडी गेस व्हाट इज दैट? वेल, here in this particular environment where I am now, is there any pathogen or not? Just let me know. Will there be any pathogen in this environment where I am now? कोई भी pathogen होगा या नहीं होगा? Yes. Too many pathogens होंगे, too many. Not exactly WBC, not exactly gene. Okay, tears हो सकता है. Well, so innate immunity is the immunity which is inborn, and in this environment many pathogens are there. They are trying to enter into my body. There are many ways. They can simply enter through the skin, right? But skin is the outermost protective covering. It don't allow pathogens to enter into the body. In some cases, pathogen can enter into the body through skin also. Okay, right? Because at that time skin उतना powerful नहीं होगा, उसी की वजह से, because skin will not be that much powerful to prevent that pathogen to enter into our body. But in most of the cases skin is the first barrier. So skin is inborn. पैदा होने के बाद skin तो नहीं आता, skin is inborn, right? Okay, few more things like mucus, that is inborn. Okay, then one more thing like tear, that is also inborn. Saliva, all these things are inborn. In our body, HCl is secreted. That is also inborn. Okay, all these things are inborn. But now the question will arise here. Now, my question to everybody is that, will this skin can differentiate between bacteria, virus, and fungi or other pathogens? Can it differentiate? Can it act differently for bacteria? Can it act differently for virus? Can it act differently for fungi? Or it will act in the same way against the pathogen, whether it is bacteria, virus, or fungi, doesn't matter. Just let me know in the chat box. No, it's very simple. No, exactly. No. So it will be non-specific for any kind of pathogen. It is going to act or react in the same way. It is going to act in the same way. Okay, so that's why it is also mentioned here. These are non-specific. इसी की वजह से इनको non-specific कहा जाता है. Non-specific. आया समझ में सबको? Is this clear to everybody now? Is this clear to everybody now? इधर लाइन खींच देते हैं. ये non-specific होते हैं. ये inborn होते हैं. These are inborn and Nandis, you have raised your hand. If you have any kind of doubt, just let me know. Okay. Next one is your acquired immunity. Acquired immunity, which is acquired or which is like acquired or earned during the lifetime. During the lifetime में जो भी इम्यूनिटी को हम लोग एक्वायर करते हैं, दैट इज योर एक्वायर्ड इम्यूनिटी. सपोज तुमको कोई डिजीज हुआ है, सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल स्मॉल चिकन पॉक्स हुआ है तुमको. दिस इज जनरली कंसिडर्ड दैट अगर किसी को चिकन पॉक्स हुआ, सो फर्स्ट टाइम हो गया, there is a less chance of getting affected by the chicken pox for the second time होने का चांस लेस रहता है. we cannot say that कि नहीं होगा, but there is a very less chance रहता है. Why? What happened here? When for the first time chicken pox attacked our body, that time we were like affected by the chicken pox, and at that time our body tried fighting with the chicken pox and it got lost. ये लॉस इसको मतलब हार गया था ये. But when the second time chicken pox virus is trying to enter into our body is already having a memory of that chicken pox virus. Now our body is completely ready to fight against the chicken pox virus, and now what will happen? It will fight against that chicken pox virus, and that is why second time, third time chicken pox nahi hota hai, because of that reason only. Because our body know how to fight against the chicken pox virus now. First time haar gaya, second time, third time ke liye wo harega nahi, right? So what happened here? Our body acquired some immunity during the lifetime. That is your acquired immunity. Chicken pox virus, is that clear to everybody? That is called acquired immunity. Now a question will arise here. What happened? First time affected with chickenpox virus, our body know how to fight against chickenpox virus. At that time, suppose polio virus is entering in our body. Will that particular immunity which is developed against the chickenpox virus fight against the polio now? क्या वो immunity अभी polio के against fight कर सकता है? Yes or no? Let me know. No, never. No, exactly. Because exactly. Because what happens? That particular immunity is only for the chicken pox. It is not for the polio. So polio के against वो fight नहीं कर सकता. That is why this acquired immunity is also called as specific immunity, because it is working specifically for a specific disease, and this immunity is earned during the lifetime. That's why it is called as acquired immunity. Is that clear to everybody? Right? If it is clear to all of you, click on yes option. Clear. Very good. Is this clear to everybody? Take a screenshot if it is clear. Okay. Hopefully everything is clear to everyone. And now I can one second. Well, now I can go to the next slide, right? This is all about your innate. Well, we'll be talking more about the innate immunity in this particular slide. देखो इसी स्लाइड में हम लोग बात करेंगे बाकी सारे चीजों के बारे में, एक एक करके सबके बारे में बात करेंगे। यहाँ पे ज्यादा टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करेंगे हम लोग, एक एक करके बात करेंगे सबके बारे में। तो आगे बढ़ते तुरंत। Okay, innate immunity is non-specific immunity. As I mentioned, it is the first line of defense, because when some pathogen is trying to enter into our body, they will have to pass through the skin. So इसीलिए इसको कहा जाता है फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस। पैथोजन फर्स्ट इसको फेस करेगा और इसके अंदर घुसेगा फिर, ठीक है। एंड इट प्रेजेंट फ्रॉम द बर्थ, एज आई टोल्ड यू। Well, there are certain methods that comes under innate immunity, that is physical barrier, physiological barrier, cellular barrier, cytokine barrier, and inflammatory barrier. Physical barrier is your some physical kind of things, that is like skin, okay, mucus. Physically it is present in our body, and physically it will trap or it will stop the particular pathogen to enter in before when it try to enter into our body. कोई भी पैथोजन अपने बॉडी के अंदर एंटर करेगा, at that time the skin, mucus, these kind of things that will they will what we can say act as a barrier, and they will prevent them from entering. Next one is physiological barrier in our physiology. For example, digestion, we have HCl, hydrochloric acid, which is secreted, and this acid will kill the pathogen which is present in the food, and through which exactly, so whichever pathogen is present in the food, that pathogen has passed into our body through that food. Now in the stomach, what will happen? HCl is there secreted, hydrochloric acid, that acidic medium will kill the particular pathogen which has entered through this food material. That is physiological barrier, HCl. Along with that, we can also consider saliva is also a barrier. Saliva is also acidic. Tear is also a little bit acidic. Okay, cellular or phagocytic barrier are some cells are there, कुछ cells ऐसे present होते हैं अपने बॉडी में जो कि खा जाते हैं, कोई भी पैथोजन आया उसको खा जाते हैं, that is phagocytosis कर देते हैं। बताया है मैंने इसके बारे में प्रीवियस क्लास में भी। phagocytosis, phago means eating and cytosis means cell eating, खा जाते हैं complete pathogens को। Next one is cytokinin barrier. Affected cell will be secreting certain protein. कोई भी affected cell है ना, वो affected cell क्या करते हैं? They secrete some protein. They secrete some material or protein. This particular protein helps in prevention. This particular protein helps in prevention or prevent against further infection. Prevent further infection, ये further infection को prevent करेगा। Next one will be your inflammatory barrier, that is when suppose particular कोई भी particular area में infection हो गया तो वो area swell कर जाता है। infected area swell कर जाता है, infected area swell कर जाता है, उसी को inflammatory कहा जाता है। Is that clear to everybody? And that swelling reduce the infection rate. कैसे reduce करता है बात करेंगे, एक एक बारे में बात करेंगे सबके बारे में। Well, take a screenshot of this one, फिर हम लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं। स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो इसका, फिर आगे बढ़ेंगे। Have you taken screenshot? Yes, Akshita, click on yes option if you have taken screenshot. Okay, then I am moving to the next slide now. Akshita, you are not responding. Are you there? Akshita, hello, are you there? Okay, great. I'm moving to the next slide now. Well, which one, here is a question for you people, which one is the false, which one is false about innate immunity? इनमें से कौन सा इनेट इम्यूनिटी के बारे में फॉल्स है। ऑप्शन ए इनबॉर्न इम्यूनिटी, ऑप्शन बी स्पेसिफिक इम्यूनिटी, ऑप्शन सी फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस एंड ऑप्शन डी नॉन ऑफ दिस। ओके, वेरी गुड मंजुनाथ, वेरी गुड, exactly, very good Nandis, very good Jayashree, great, awesome. Well, I'm launching poll for the question now, and I'm assuming that you can easily answer to the question. Already you have answered in the chat box. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Nandis, very good, great. Well, I'm ending the poll now. No, no, not exactly. I cannot end. 50% people have chosen their answer in the poll so far. What about remaining people? Last 15 seconds remaining. Try to answer in the poll. Last 15 seconds remaining. Try to answer in the poll. I'm ending the poll now. Sharing the result with you people. Result is like no one have chosen option A, C, and D. Option B is chosen by everyone. Let me stop sharing, and that is the correct answer. Well, if you are talking about innate immunity has certain characteristic. It is inborn. ये inborn होता है, non specific होता है. Okay, inborn होता है, ये सही है. Well, one second. इनबॉर्न होता है, ये स्टेटमेंट सही है. स्पेसिफिक नहीं होता है, ये रॉन्ग हो गया स्टेटमेंट. फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस होता है, इसके बारे में और एक चीज ऐड कर देते हैं. फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस भी होता है ये, मतलब इम्यूनिटी का सबसे पहले कॉन्टैक्ट में पैथोजन इसके साथ आएंगे. ये भी स्टेटमेंट सही है, ये इनकरेक्ट है. सो नॉन ऑफ दिस तो होगा ही नहीं आंसर. ठीक है, इसको हटा दो. सो ऑप्शन बी विल बी द करेक्ट आंसर टू द पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. इट इज नॉन स्पेसिफिक. नॉन स्पेसिफिक. Okay, well, I'm moving to the next slide now. Ocean on this, yeah, 100%. It's a very simple thing. Okay, now the physical barrier, you can check this one. फिजिकल बैरियर के बारे में बात करें तो जो भी चीजें लिखा हुआ है इसको उसी से ही कंटिन्यू करते हैं. इन सब चीजों को हटा देते हैं, थोड़ा सा, बस थोड़ा सा हटा देते हैं तो ओके, इसको हटा देते हैं. वेल, सो अभी देखोगे तो स्किन के ऊपर केराटिन का पिगमेंट होता है, केराटिन प्रोटीन होता है, एंड दिस केराटिन प्रोटीन केराटिनाइज्ड प्रोटीन होता है. वेल, दिस विल प्रिवेंट एंट्री ऑफ एनी पैथोजन. कोई भी पैथोजन को ये पैथोजन का एंट्री को ये करने नहीं देता है, अलाउ नहीं करता है. वेल, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट वन इज म्यूकस कोटिंग. म्यूकस कोटिंग आर प्रेजेंट इन वेरियस ट्रैक. Mucus coating is present in our respiratory tract. Mucus coating, mucus is present in our gastrointestinal tract. Mucus is also present in our urinogenital tract. So these are the tract which opens outside. ये जो tracts है ना, ये tracts बाहर के तरफ open होते हैं, which opens outside, and through this tract external material enter into our body. For example, respiratory tract. Through respiratory tract, air enters. Through gastrointestinal tract, food enters. Okay. Through urinogenital tract, we generally excrete. Excretion होता है, along with that reproduction भी होता है. Reproduction भी होता है. So outside से कोई भी material अंदर enter करता है तो pathogens भी enter कर सकते हैं. There is a chance of entry of pathogens. Well, they don't skip this opportunity. Pathogens, they try to enter through this tract also. But in this tract, you will find deposition of mucus. And that mucus coating, that particular mucus is there, which is viscous in nature. And that mucus trap the pathogen. Pathogen को इन लोग क्या कर लेते हैं? ये pathogens को trap कर लेते हैं, पकड़ लेते हैं, आगे move ही नहीं करने देते हैं. So that's why they are physical barrier, because they are capturing the foreign pathogen physically. Physically उसको पकड़ लेते हैं. They are physical barrier. right? Is that clear to everybody? Well, okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. If you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me in chat box. Take a screenshot of this one. I'll directly go to the next slide now. Take a screenshot of this one. Do it first. Great. I'm moving to the next slide. Well, फिजियोलॉजिकल बैरियर के बारे में बात करते हैं. फिजियोलॉजिकल बैरियर अभी यहाँ पे बता देते हैं. फिजियोलॉजिकल बैरियर क्या होता है. Nandis, you have raised your hand. Then how HIV can overcome this barrier? Exactly. Very good, Nandis. Very good question. Well, I told you that barriers, that is the immunity, right? It will try to trap the pathogen. It will try to react on the pathogens. But what happens? Agar if this particular immunity or pathogens, immunity or barriers will trap the pathogen, all the pathogens, will trap all the pathogens, then there is no chance of falling ill. There is no chance of getting unhealthy or getting diseased. Disease होने का कोई चांस ही नहीं है फिर, right? तो डिजीज होता कैसे है फिर? Although these are the barrier, although our immunity system is there, immune system is there, फिर भी sometimes what happens, the pathogens are more stronger. Pathogens ज्यादा stronger होते हैं. And as pathogens are more stronger, then these pathogens can easily pass through the barriers. Pass through the barrier. Well, अभी समझ आया, Nandis? Pathogen, they will try to enter through this and any of the layer. कोई भी layer से enter करने की कोशिश करेंगे. Our immunity is also there. They will try to stop them. But when our immune system is much stronger, then the pathogen, फिर ये इसको रोक देगा, कोई issue नहीं है. But when the pathogen is very much stronger, at that time what will happen? Although our immune system is there, the pathogen will try to enter into the body. This is your immune system. Pathogen enter कर लेगा आराम से ऐसे, क्योंकि pathogen ज़्यादा strong है. That's it. इसी के वजह से disease होता है. HIV हो, कोई भी चीज हो. Is that clear to you, Nandis, now? Right? Because pathogen is more stronger than the immunity. That's why. Great. Well, physiological barrier, that is, as I told you, fever होता है अपने आप को. That is the physiology. And how fever prevent us from or help us from treating or clearing the disease. Fever. Why fever happens? When we feel unhealthy. जब हम लोग unhealthy feel करते हैं तो fever होता है. जब हम लोग unhealthy feel करते हैं तो fever होता है. What happens when fever होगा? तब क्या होगा? Fever होने से temperature increase करेगा. Right. Pathogens enter into our body. What will happen now? Why they have entered into our body? Because they find a favorable condition in our body where they can feed or where they can get proper nutrition, proper environmental condition, and they can easily reproduce inside. समझ आया? ठीक है. सो पैथोजन अपने बॉडी के अंदर एंटर क्यों किए हैं? पैथोजेंस अपने बॉडी के अंदर एंटर इसलिए किए हैं क्योंकि पैथोजन गेट्स ए फेवरेबल कंडीशन इन आवर बॉडी. पैथोजेंस गेट ए फेवरेबल कंडीशन इन बॉडी. अपने बॉडी के अंदर उनको फेवरेबल कंडीशन मिलता है, इसीलिए उन लोग एंटर किए. बट द क्वेश्चन विल अराइज हियर नाउ. अगर उनको फेवरेबल कंडीशन मिलता है, उसी की वजह से एंटर किए हैं. बट व्हाट हैपेंस when pathogens enter into our body temperature generally get hikes up, increase कर जाता है body temperature. As the temperature is increasing, now I am making that one, as the temperature is increasing, fever हो गया, temperature increase किया, this leads to create कर देता है an अनफेवरेबल कंडीशन. ये अनफेवरेबल कंडीशन क्रिएट किया और अनफेवरेबल कंडीशन होने की वजह से टेम्परेचर बढ़ गया. टेम्परेचर बढ़ने की वजह से अनफेवरेबल कंडीशन हुआ और अनफेवरेबल कंडीशन होने की वजह से पैथोजेंस का यहां से पैथोजेंस का डेथ हो सकता है. इज दैट क्लियर टू यू नाउ? समझ आया? बट दैट्स नेग्लिजिबल फॉर द बैक्टीरियल सेल वॉल्स ना. या एग्जैक्टली. That is why even after getting much fever, नंदीस ध्यान से सुनो बात को यार, वेरी सिंपल। इवन आफ्टर गेटिंग मच फीवर वी आर नॉट गेटिंग ट्रीटेड। हम लोगों का ट्रीटमेंट नहीं होता है, हम लोग ठीक नहीं हो जाते हैं ज्यादा फीवर होने के बावजूद भी। वी नीड टू टेक मेडिसिन फॉर बेटर ट्रीटमेंट। ठीक होने के लिए, टू गेट वेल, वी मस्ट हैव टू टेक मेडिसिन। बट इन सम केसेस with that fever only we get treated, we need not to take medicine also. That is a barrier also, right? So fever is a good thing which work as a immunity response, immune response. Next one is pH, acidic pH. Acidic pH, and this acidic pH is present, or we can find this one in our stomach due to secretion of HCl, हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड के वजह से अपना स्टोमक का पीएच एसिडिक होता है, और एसिडिक होने की वजह से आवर स्टोमक will particular in stomach, this acidic pH kills pathogens which enters through food, फूड के मदद से जो पैथोजन एंटर किए हैं उन पैथोजेंस को ये किल कर देता है। पीएच का ये हो गया, ठीक है। नाउ नेक्स्ट वन इज योर सिक्रेशंस। मेनी सिक्रेशंस आर देयर। सलाइवा इज एसिडिक, स्लाइटली एसिडिक। टीयर्स फ्रॉम द आई, सेबासियस ग्लैंड, दैट इज योर that will be secreting sweat. Okay, sweat is also like ये salty होता है, जो कि कुछ pathogens के लिए सही नहीं होता है. It is not good for some of the pathogens. Well, saliva and tears, it is having an enzyme that is your lysozyme. It is having an enzyme that is lysozyme, and this particular lysozyme acts on bacterial cell, and the bacteria will get digested. Bacteria जो होगा वो digest हो जाएगा और bacteria will get killed, we can say. Lysozyme will be the enzyme which is present in the saliva of human and tears of human. This particular lysozyme have a very important role, and that role it acts on bacteria, and the bacteria will get killed. Is that clear to everybody? Right? So that's it. This is your physiological barrier. I hope this is clear to everyone now. Take a screenshot of this particular slide, then I'll go to the next slide. एक screenshot ले लो, फिर मैं दूसरा slide में चलूंगा. Okay? Have you noted? If you have noted everything, you have taken screenshot, click on yes option. Jayashree, Akshita, Nandish, Manjunatha का हो गया, Jayashree का हो गया, Nandish and Akshita. Akshita, are you there? Akshita is from which school? Can anybody tell me? Any idea? Jayashree, Manjunath, Nandish. Any idea? Can you tell me in the chat box? Akshita is from which school? IDK. Okay, no problem. Well, I'm moving to the next slide now. Belagam. Okay, great, Akshita. Well, next is your cellular or phagocytic barrier. Cellular or phagocytic barrier. आते हैं यहाँ पर, लोग बात करेंगे इसके बारे में, इसको पूरा इरेज कर देते हैं. Okay, cellular or phagocytic barrier. Cellular or phagocytic. Phagocytic means cell eating. The cell will be eating or feed upon pathogens. Pathogens को ये खा जाएगा. Okay. In blood, many cells are there. Now what happens? Pathogens tried entering through the physical barrier. Physical barrier could not work properly, and physical barrier से पार करके वो pathogen अंदर घुस गए. Right? Through this food material, like this, through this gastrointestinal tract or through this skin, किसी की मदद से भी, किसी के through भी वो अंदर घुस गए. Through any pathway, they enter through either through skin or they enter through the mucous layer, like gastrointestinal tract or urinogenital tract or respiratory tract. No issue. Well, When it enter into the body through the tract, suppose it enter through the esophagus, now it went to the stomach. What happens in the stomach? HCl is there, hydrochloric acid will be there, acidic medium will be maintained. There also the pathogen is that much powerful, it can withstand the acidic medium also. Acidic medium को भी withstand कर लिया. Now it is there in the stomach, and gradually that pathogen will try to enter into the blood cells. Blood. In the blood or in various part of the body, limbs will be there. Lymph vessels are there, blood vessels are there, in which in blood many kind of cells are there, like monocyte, lymphocyte, neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, macrophages, erythrocytes and platelets are there. All these blood cells, basophils and everything, macrophages, basophils and everything, it comes under one category, that is white blood cells. ये सबके सब किसके अंदर आ जाते हैं? White blood cells के अंदर आते हैं. Erythrocytes is your RBC, red blood cell. इसका अलग रोल रहता है. ऑक्सीजन एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैसियस को कैरी करता है, गैस कैरी करता है, कैरियर ऑफ गैस. ओके. And platelets are different thing. They have other role, like they will help in the clotting, blood clotting में ये help करेगा, clotting of blood में help करेगा. These two have different role. Other than that, macrophages, monocytes, lymphocytes, neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils are the white blood cells which will feed upon the pathogen. Pathogen के against इन लोग लड़ेंगे अभी. Among all the cells, macrophages are the cells which will be killing, or which will try to all of them will be trying to eat the pathogen. Monocyte is the largest. It is the largest WBC among all the WBC. Along with them, this lymphocyte again can be of two types. T lymphocyte, B lymphocyte होते हैं. T lymphocyte, B lymphocyte. Again, T can be of three types. ये तीन तरीके के होते हैं फिर. Helper T cell, natural killer cell, okay, और T memory cell एक होता है. Natural killer cell, NK cells. This is your natural killer cell. Natural killer cell. This natural killer cell have a different role. ये natural killer cell का एक different role है. What is that role? It will kill the self cell. ये natural killer cell क्या करता है? It kills self cell. मतलब अपने खुद का सेल को ये मारेगा. खुद का सेल in the sense it won't kill the pathogen. Pathogen को ये नहीं मारेगा. अपने ही बॉडी का सेल को ये मारेगा. And if this happens, if this continues, अगर ये कंटिन्यू होता गया तो फिर तो दिक्कत है ना, क्योंकि ये सारे सेल्स को मार देगा, अपना डेथ हो सकता है फिर तो. But remember this one, natural killer cell are the cell that kills the self cell. Only those self cell which are infected, it will kill the infected self cell. जो भी infected self cell है, उन्हीं infected self cell को ये kill करेगा. Is that clear to everybody? So that क्या हो जाएगा फिर तो पैथोजेंस को भी मारा, along with जो infected cell है उन्हीं सेल को भी हम लोग kill कर दिए. Now there is no chance of spreading of the infection or spreading of the pathogen. अभी चांस ही नहीं है, क्योंकि पैथोजन को हमने completely मार दिया. Along with that हमने affected cell को भी मार दिया, क्योंकि affected cell के अंदर पैथोजन था. Inside that affected cell, pathogen, infected cell के अंदर pathogen था. Well, so infected cell is also killed now, pathogen is also killed now. So complete clear हो गया. Well, so the role of this natural killer cell is to kill the self-infected cell, right? So they will start acting on the pathogen now. When they face another pathogenic or another immunity will be there. ये सारे immunity है, बात करेंगे इन सब के बारे में. Okay, ठीक है? ये T cell, B cell के बारे में हम लोग बाद में बात करेंगे. I hope this is clear to everybody. It's not a loss for human body in this because it is killing the infected cell only, not all cells. Okay, well, so this is all about today. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the acquired immunity. Acquired immunity के बारे में हम लोग कल बात करेंगे. ये कुछ साइटोकाइनिन बैरियर बच गया है और कुछ अपना इन्फ्लेमेटरी एंड अदर थिंग्स बच गया है, ये हम लोग बात करेंगे कल के क्लास में. This is all for today. Okay. Well, if you have any kind of doubt, just let me know in the chat box. If you don't have any doubt, vote for me in the teacher NPS poll. टीचर एनपीएस पोल में वोट कर दो मेरे लिए अगर कोई डाउट नहीं है. एंड इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट देन you can ask me in the chat box. Please vote for me in the teacher NPS poll. I have already launched the teacher NPS poll. Thank you everybody. This is all for today. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you everybody.